Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Forex Trading Straight Talk Podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the dynamic world of Forex trading. Each episode, we bring you latest market insights, trading strategies, and expert advice to help you make informed decisions in your Forex trading journey. And on this episode, I'm super excited to have Akinlabi Teslim, one of Nigeria's finest and reformed Forex trader with over 4 to 5 years of active trading experience. He is here to share his story and his trading strategies to help you make informed decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Welcome to Okta, where your Forex trading dreams become reality. With Okta Trading App, we provide you with cutting-edge trading tools and real-time insights so you can trade smarter, not harder. With Okta Trading App, quality and ease is ensured. You can download the app, make a deposit, and trade comfortably like sipping a cup of coffee. Let me run you through the basic steps of utilizing the Okta Trading app. Go to App or Google Play Store, click Download, provide the necessary data and verification, and set up your account. To fund your account, select or create live accounts and click Deposit. Select any of your preferred payment method listed. Utilize your discount code to get a bonus on your deposit. Easy. Okta Trading app is available on web version for 100% convenience. You can literally start trading at home on a web version and continue doing it on your mobile phone while going to work or chilling with friends. Okta is one of the most reliable Forex brokers where you can find the lowest spreads and no hidden fees of commission. It doesn't get any better than this. Click the link in my bio or visit the App Store or Google Play Store to download the app. Use my promo code MrPick100 to get a 100% bonus on your deposit. Welcome to the studio. Thank you. Thank you for having me here in the studio, and I want to appreciate you for coming. So the first question I'm going to be posting to LPT is to give us a background of his trading career before you started Forex and how you started Forex.
Okay, so before I started Forex trading, I was into affiliate marketing, do you understand, online business and stuff like that. I also included buying and selling of vintage wares. That was during my ND days in Yabatech, right? So I do sell wares, so I do affiliate marketing, all this recharge and get paid where I would just be earning maybe 0 point something commission or do you understand, stuff like that. So that was why I started. So I got to know about Forex when I went home for holiday. There was one guy, a friend of mine actually, we were just talking randomly. Then he mentioned Forex trading and he showed me profits, like, the screenshot of all these trades. So I'm like, what is this? He said, it is Forex, so that that business is very, very big. That they used to make a lot of money for me and stuff like that. I'm like, but I didn't actually pick it. But that was the first time I was hearing about Forex.
Just registered.
So you just registered in my brain. I didn't even think of trading or stuff like that. Never. So after my end days in Yabatech,
Okay.
I proceeded to OAU. So when I got to OAU, I think I met a friend, Abdullah, actually a good friend. I met him at mosque. So he was then telling me about his job that he used to trade. I had a mentor that they gave him indicator that he has been making $1, $2 consistently. I'm not like, what was that? He said Forex. Then the thing now enter my head again. Like,
I've heard about
most guys talk about Forex. So it was actually the one who explained what Forex was, and he explained about his mentor, how he gave him indicator to trade, and he showed me I was making $1, $2, $3. It was a big money then actually. So I'm like, so somebody can be trading and be making money like this. So from there, I think I started learning, and I went to YouTube. I actually don't have money to even say I want to go and
look for a mentor.
Do I even know who a mentor was? I don't know. I don't know anything about mentor or mentorship. So one thing I understand is that there's nothing in this world that you can't learn on YouTube.
Definitely.
So it helped me during my school time, my work, most of the time. So I do use YouTube a lot. So immediately, Abdullah told me about it. I went online, YouTube, and that was the beginning. And you know that once you type anything on YouTube, definitely you get everything you want, even beyond what you are expecting. So from there, I actually developed interest. I went online to see some people that are actually doing well, see their lifestyle, and I'm like, wow, this is a cool business. This is an amazing business. I will give everything to it actually. So I started on my own, was learning. I can't remember who actually introduced me to Baby Pips, but I finished everything in Baby Pips. Their website, that it was 100 over 100. I have everything, including question and answer. So from there, I developed more interest. So this my my friend Abdullah, he was actually doing well, I think. So he was doing well.
I think I can understand why he said I think, because now that you're into it,
you understand, it's not that easy. It's not like what he was explaining for me. Yeah. So it's a totally different something. It's just like what everybody have been posting on social media. You think that that's that easy. You understand? So then I was learning on YouTube. So I met him. He told me about indicator and stuff there. I think he taught me.
Did you have a structured way of learning on YouTube, or you're just typing any question?
No, how were you? I started randomly.
Okay.
Just like what is Forex, I would learn from one mentor. Then when I see that I didn't actually like the way that person is teaching or explaining, I will search for another one till I came across Renatao.
Okay.
I think the guy is actually very, very popular on what is it called, YouTube. He's actually very, very popular. So I started with his own course, learned all this support and resistance, stuff like that, and I was doing well for myself. Like I was actually getting it. Do you understand? Not that I was making money, but I was getting what I
understand.
Exactly.
Pleased with yourself that you're getting.
So I started with I started trading demo after I won. So basically, it's not as if I was someone that actually teach me. Aside the Abdullah, there's one time he taught me those candlesticks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I still went on YouTube and then Baby Pips to understand it more. Then I actually enjoyed that Baby Pips. Do you understand? It was very, very interesting, and with the storyline, stuff like that. So from there, I don't know one thing or the other, I started trading, right? I was
still on demo or
on demo. Then later, I think I funded my account with $20.
Okay.
I blew it.
No
man.
Everybody must blow money in this story.
Nobody. So I blew that one. So I was very shocked. Like, how will I blow money like this? But then okay, let me continue. Maybe it's my learning. So I continue learning. So we had a break during this period. We had a break in school. You know, this I think it should be second semester. You know, the second semester break that is always long because of the new guys that will come in. Do you understand? So during that period, I didn't actually go home. So I was in school. I was in the school hostel. All I do is wake up, go to cafe, I'll pay, and I'll be in that cafe from morning till night.
Studying for it?
Yeah, for more than like 3 months or 4 months, I didn't go home.
Okay.
So I was going to the cafe, coming back, going to the cafe. So I went to cafe one day. So there's now one guy. He was actually a trader too, but I've not heard from him again now. I don't know if he's actually still trading. But so he saw my charts. Was like, am I into Forex trading? I said, yes, I'm actually just learning. So he just said few things as if he was not trading, but he had an idea. Okay. So he kept coming. Then he realized that he always meets me in that particular spot. So he collected my number, then he advised me, he told me there's actually a Forex Trader, then he showed me his portfolio and showed me one or two. So I'm like, wow, I'm happy to meet someone like you, good, because the guy is actually doing well, we know. You understand?
Yeah.
We know. So he was actually the one who told me that no matter how I decide to trade, I should always focus on higher time frame. Okay. So the fact that I'm a swing trader today, it was because I've had that mentality from the beginning.
Yeah.
So he told me that I should never go lower than 4 hours. I'm not like, okay. So from there, it's more or less when I now started learning, I had to respect him because he showed me evidence. This guy was actually doing very well.
Like he showed you accounts?
Yes, now he showed me his account, floating profit. He's always having money position. Yeah. So I was like, this thing is actually cool. Like this, somebody can hold trade and stuff like that. So I obeyed him. I never went to lower time frame. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that people do trade on 5 minutes, 15 minutes.
Wow.
The first time I realized that was when I met Henry, and I saw them put what is it called? 15 minutes, 5 minutes on the chart. I'm like, Henry, what these guys are trading 15 minutes? I'll be playing that. There's actually fast money there, so I had no understanding about 15 minutes, all of those things. So I'm usually on 4 hours, maybe highest is 1 hour or so.
Yeah.
So 4 hours daily. So then, even during my learning phase, I can actually hold positions for long. I will be in that position, I will hold it. In class, I'll go to class. My friends will say that I'm always in running position. But then I'm trading almost all the pairs that comes to my head. Yeah. But funny enough, I was actually making money.
Then, Abi?
Honestly speaking, I was making money. So, during that period, during the period of my learning phase, going to cafe and stuff, so I discovered a book, Naked Forex.
Okay.
So I read the book, I finished it, and it was all about price action, trading with just candlesticks, break of structure without any indicator. In fact, they rubbish indicator so much in that book. So when we resumed, my friend came back, that Abdullah, and I told him that the way he was actually trading is not a better way. Yeah. Because indicators are not good. Due to the fact that I read that book, do you understand? So I spoiled everything for him about indicator. Then I started explaining the naked forex to him. Then I gave him that book. He read it. From there, he stopped using indicator too. It's more or less now we are now learning together.
Yeah, because the indicators are mostly lagging. Price will have to happen for indicators to not follow the footprint.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So even during my trading journey till now, I don't use indicator. I don't, because I didn't have the idea from the beginning. So I think after that, during that period, fast forward to when I started collecting money, I think I was posting my trade analysis and stuff. I was posting it online. I can't even pinpoint the moment when I started collecting money from people to trade.
Whoa, you entered into investment?
Honestly speaking, and I cannot even pinpoint the day that I started. Okay, I guess started like there was actually a guy who was into trading too. He was doing investment.
Yeah.
So we do give him money. We do give him money to trade, then he give us profit, stuff like that. I think it was during that period that I started collecting money from people too, then give it to him
to trade.
But at one point he crashed. But meanwhile, he didn't actually take much of my money. Do you understand? So I was able to get enough money from him. So I could not stop then. So I continued collecting money from people. Then before I know it, I was introduced to one online trading investment. It was box value. Yeah, I think that's the name of the way.
But since you're already seeing profit, then why weren't you trading it for them?
Yes, I don't know why, but I feel like I was seeing profit. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not in the right state of mind to handle big capital.
Were those profits live money?
They were live money, my own money. But then they were. That's what I want to tell you. See, they were like maybe $5, $2, $1. It's actually big. So I was consistent with it. So and then I just started trading. Maybe it was going to maybe 4, 5, or 6 months or 7 months. Then do you understand? So I really can't say I want to handle big money. And the fact that I was trading and I knew that I would always make losses too, although I was making profit. So why can't I just give people that are actually trading and are delivering some percentage to me without any issue? You understand? So I was trading and I was giving the bulk of the money. So I was just doing my own learning and one or two things. I was trying to be a smart boy now. Do you understand?
Oh, man.
So doing that, I was very lucky with that guy. His name is Blessed. I remember I was very lucky with him because during the period he had issue, I only had like maybe 50K with him. 50,000 naira.
Okay, I was just verify. I was thinking.
Yeah, I only had 50,000 naira with him.
Okay.
So I didn't really feel it much. Okay. But there are many people that he actually put them into problem during that period. The guy was not even trading. At the end of the day, he was only playing bet. He was using our money to play bet. You can imagine that.
And he was claiming to be a Forex trader.
Exactly. And he was definitely using the money to play bet the whole day, the whole time. So after that, I could not stop. I started it.
What year was this?
This was...
Because I knew there was a time where the wave of,
investment.
2015.
It was during that period. Close to that pandemic too.
Yeah.
It was like a year before pandemic. So pandemic is the one that now even open it. Do you understand? Totally for everybody to go into. So it was during that period. I've started with Blessed. I didn't really have many investors, right? But I only have like few. And I didn't even think of returning their money. I don't know. But I just started collecting more money and people were coming in. And that's one thing about investment. Once
Did you advertise? How were you?
I usually post on my WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually post my trade on my WhatsApp, my analysis, stuff like that. So people usually come to my DM that they want to do investment. And one thing is that once somebody invests with you and you're able to deliver the profits in the following month, definitely the person will tell another person.
Yeah.
Another person will tell another
everybody wants their money to.
Do you understand? Everybody always wants to. You get it. So from there, I started having more investors. Then I got to know about the box value. I was investing. The return was like 40 to 50% monthly. Wow. So I was giving my investors 30%.
They were keeping the 10.
I was giving the 10 to 20.
Miduma.
Yeah, no. So it was fun. I was a big boy then too. I was trading. Nobody knows I was actually doing that. They believe I was actually trading the money. So before I know it, I had many investors. The money was now much. Like I can't even think of even trading it. That's the funniest thing. And once
how much was it? Like
the money was around that period. The money was going to around maybe 15 to 20 million.
Wow.
During that period. But that was I was already like a year plus in the business already. Yeah. Do you understand? During that investment period when I was doing this thing. So at one point, yeah, definitely that ROI is ridiculous. So,
it's still ridiculous.
Yeah, but we don't know then. We always feel like that is one thing they use for us.
Yeah, it was not enticing.
Do you understand?
Monthly.
And apart from that, we were not even thinking that this thing might crash. I don't know if you have been into investment and you've put yourself in that kind of thing. It doesn't come to your head that this thing might actually crash. Yeah. We always have that trust that this thing is.
You always believe in the reward more than the risk.
And what happened? I think the reason was that we understand the future of Forex and we know what Forex can give.
Yeah.
So we always feel like those people that we're actually giving our money to invest, they actually know how to trade.
Yeah.
So if they are giving us 50%, 40%, we feel like with what I'm seeing online about Forex trading, this is possible.
Yeah.
So we really don't know until we start having issue that one firm crashed, one investment crashed.
A lot. But
so many things happen. So I was doing that. Maybe I should say I was lucky then, because I think I stayed with them for like 5 months. They did not even have any issue. So until the last month that they crashed. It was
packed up.
Bro, that was the beginning of my life reality. That was when I knew that, okay, you have to be a man. So I lost all the money online. So when I'm telling people that I actually did investment, I was in debt, people might actually think that I actually traded to be in debt. Yeah. But funny enough, 80% of that money was for another firm. Like I lost it outside. Exactly, I lost it on other investments. So the few money that I think I actually traded, they were just few money. Like after I already lost that money, then I had few money that I feel like I used to recover. So that was when I started trading, and I think I deposited maybe $1,000 or $2,000 there. Then I lost it again. So investors started coming.
So how did you now recover the money? What was it like?
Like I said, when I realized that Forex can actually give me that money, and I only need to sit myself well and talk to myself and look for a way forward. So that was when I went off social media. I still receive threats, messages, and all of those things, but then I already put myself in a state that those things does not matter to me. Even if you come for my arrest, I will just follow you. I know they will leave me. At the end of the day, I will just promise that I will pay your money. So during that period, I went off social media and everything. So I started studying more. You know, when you face some kind of problem, you feel like you need to study more. So I started studying more. I was learning.
So that means you never really had a mentor that actually mentored you in Forex?
No, I really don't. I don't have any mentor. So it was like I actually learned from YouTube, and I developed myself. I'm actually a very intelligent person, to be honest. So, so that aside, so I started learning. I was learning. I don't think there's a particular concept
you've not read about.
I have no understanding about at all. I can't think. Elliott waves, support and resistance, supply and demand, ICT,
smart money,
everything. I studied everything. As a matter of fact, I have like 4 books that I made during that same period. That if I see any new trader now, if I give you the first book I made, it's okay for you to learn all the basics. That I went to buy red pen, blue pen. I will be painting and be learning.
The time I encountered you, then I saw some of your notes. I was like, what's this one right?
See, you learn. During that period, I was going through a lot. I just did. So I started learning. Then at one point, I think I discovered ICT. Yeah, I discovered ICT, and it was through my friend Albert that introduced me to ICT then. So he got the course, then gave me the course. So I started reading the course too, watching the video, practicing, and there was no money to even practice. It was just demo. So I was just practicing, learning the course. So when I got to one point, it's more or less like something, maybe God sent someone to me, or sent an angel to me that this particular point is where you should take seriously.
That's ICT.
Yeah. So when I got to the concept of liquidity, right, I just decided in my mind that I think I'm stopping here, that I'm not going anything further. Because the way I understood it was very easy for me, and I can actually reason along with it. Like, wow. So there's that exactly. So there is actually a concept called liquidity, and it's like this. So from there, I stopped there. Instead of me to further, I was now going more on liquidity. So if I now went online again to even go and make research and see,
and studying liquidity
on its own. So before I know it, I started practicing, and I think I went back to WhatsApp to start posting on my status. But what I did was I blocked all my investors. I blocked all of them, all my investors, my parents, my friends. I blocked all of them. So the few people that remain, So I just left them there to reveal my story. So I do post then. I was not really making money there too, but I enjoyed the course I was reading. Do you understand? And I feel like it actually has a future, and I have a future with that particular concept. So I started posting back, and there's one thing about life is no matter how broke you are, you always see little money.
Yeah.
It's the only God that understand how you see that thing. You always see small money. You cannot be complete. You can't be completely broke from January to December. That you can't have access to maybe 5,000, 10,000 naira. I don't think it's possible to me. So I started trading back. I was trading 0.01. At those periods too, I was facing one or two things. So they would take me. They will return me. Take me. They will return me.
So you're not even hiding from them.
I was not hiding again because there's nothing I want to do again. They already know me in the police station. So if anything happens to me, all of you guys that have reported me, they will come for you people.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I've already promised that I was going to deliver it. So I was actually very serious for that period. For like 1 year, I was just inside studying. So I kept posting. I think that period, it was now was that I had to leave my place. So I was close with Andre then. Do you understand? I skipped Andre period because the story was very long. I met Andre one period, so we were close. So I left my place. I was in Andre's place. I stayed with Andre for years, go. So during that period, and even Andre never knew I had a problem then.
Yeah, he didn't share it.
Do you understand? Because he never knew. But I was very good with technical. I feel like that was what made Andre like me. Do you understand? So the first time we met, I think we traded together, and Andy was able to make a lot of money. I think he made maybe about 10K then. That was the money.
Your presence.
Yes, now we were together. So I think he made like about 10K then. That was the money he used to get his first Benz. Then the only Benz in Ife at that period. So during that period, I think Andy now liked me like, this guy have potential. So I was actually staying with him, and he never knew I had problem. So from there, I think I had access to few people. Andy was very big in Ife that period. He was like number one when it comes to forex, investment, and anything. He was a very, very big person there. So you staying with that kind of person will give you access to few people.
Yeah.
So I was in Andy's place one time. I think one of his students came around and another friend. So we usually talk. Yeah, from there we exchanged number.
Yeah.
That also exchanged I think he gave my number to another friend.
Yeah.
From there, I was having new friends that view my status that even had no clue about what happened to me.
Yeah.
You understand? They were just new.
They were on the fresh.
Exactly, they were on the first piece. I was making few friends too as I was posting. So it got to a point. I was posting online, and this guy replied to my story that do I take investment? I said no, but but I think I can manage it. And that time, I was not really strong in the account management. I was not really strong, but I was in problem definitely. I can't just allow all opportunities to pass by. So you understand? So I cannot say no. I will not collect money. Where will I see money again? Yeah. I think even if I will become a profitable trader, money have to be there.
Definitely.
If there's no money, there's no capital, there's no one. You can't become profitable. You just keep going forth and back. So the guy replied to my story there. I think he gave me an account. He gave me an account. Yeah, he gave me an account of $1,000 then. So I traded for him. I made money. I made profit like 100%. So he was already.
Obviously, took the $1,000 and the $1,000.
Not $2,000, $3,000. He already made like $1,000 on his own. I made like $1,000 on my own too. So I blew the account later on, but he didn't even say anything because he had his profit. At least during that period I was making money, he gave my number to another person.
Okay.
So that one messaged me too that he wants to do account management. Then I was already good with
You
trading.
had discovered.
Yeah, doing that concept of
And we'll still come back to that anyway, but let's continue.
So I was already okay, but I didn't even know that I was okay. I think when I knew I was okay was when I make analysis, then I send it to a group. So I make analysis and send it to a group. Whether I take the trade, I not take the trade. So later on when I check, I will now see that most of those analyses were going well. So from there, I started trading small until that account management stuff came in. So he gave my number to another friend. So that one called me that he wants to do account management. He gave me 2K then. And I don't know, that 2K, we really did not even make any loss until we get to like 10K.
So you took the 2K to 10K.
To 10K.
So does that mean you were over leveraging on those accounts then?
The thing is, I was actually over leveraging.
Okay.
But for 2 week stretch, no losses.
Wow.
So when he gave me the account, he gave me 2K then. When I took it to like 10K, and I think what actually helped me again was immediately we make profits, we share it.
Immediately.
So this thing is actually very, very important for anybody who actually wants to be successful. There's no time for going an account.
Don't leave profits for a long time. Just split immediately.
There's no time for that. All you need to do is once you make profit, withdraw your profit, and always start your trading session with a fresh capital. There's different psychology with when you are trading, when there's profit on it, compared to when you are trading with the real capital.
Yeah.
If you give me an account now, I can guarantee you that my first few trades, I cannot make loss.
Yeah.
I will always be on profit first. Even if I will later make loss, I will be on profit first. So I feel like that psychology is part of it. Like, okay, this account is fresh. I don't want a drawdown.
Yeah.
So the way you treat it is different from, I already have $1,000 on this account. Let me leverage on it.
Yeah.
Then you lose it. So what happened there was every single time I make profit, we share. Every single time I make profit, we share. So I'm always starting the account at fresh 2K until when we got to like 10K. Then from there, he increased it to 5K. And funny enough, when I was making profits and we were sharing, I didn't do anything with the money.
You just kept it.
I didn't keep waiting. I didn't do anything. What I just did, once I withdraw,
Okay.
and he gave me my own share, I just go to one of my investors that I know that share can pay his own money. And I text, hello, send your account. And then I pay.
You pay complete 100%.
No, it might not be 100%. No. It might even be 80 or 50%. Okay. But sometimes it might be 100% if your money is not much. For example, if I make $500 and I'm owing you maybe close to like $500, I'll pay you everything.
Okay.
So I was not even thinking of putting money in anywhere.
Yeah.
So every time I make profit, immediately I withdraw the profit, I send it out straight away that I really need my freedom. It was not. See, it was other than all of this explanation. This is just wordings. Do you understand it? But then it was very, very hard. Nothing like I am not thinking of using money to do anything. The only thing I want to use money to do is to pay and gain my freedom. So I started paying. The guy keep increasing the account size. So once I withdraw, it got to a point, started making like 2K every day. My total debt then was around 30 million. Started making like $2,000 every day.
That means you were on a serious winning streak.
It's not that I was not making losses there, but
yeah,
but it was very minimal. She was very small losses. So that is why the way I'm talking now, people might think that was my breakthrough. No, I experienced like 3 different breakthroughs during my entire journey. Yeah. So during that period, I was making profit, I was paying. Until I paid like 80% of the money, and I did this in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
So I would totally agree that was my first breakthrough in Forex. Like, wow. So I can actually make money and pay debt. I really don't know how I felt that period. I cried actually.
That I'm free.
That I was able to pay people money from trading. I honestly cried. I cried so much that period. Like, I didn't believe I could do this.
And then your trust in Forex will not even increase.
Exactly.
This is what I'm going to
That is what I'm going to do. And during that period, I was on leave of absence in school. I can't go to school. If I go to school, and person will just give me blue from back, or maybe they shoot me for life. So I was just at home doing all of those things until I now paid. I paid all those money,
Wow.
like 80% in 2 weeks, straight up. So I believe that was my first breakthrough. And then I think after I've paid like 80 to 90%, I lost $10,000. I lost $10,000. So I messaged, there's actually this girl, someone told her about me too. Then she gave me money to trade. I lost her money too.
Wow.
So it's more or less like I left one debt. Yeah, like, so I went into another depression again. And like I said, dealing with human being is really crazy. But guess what?
We never want to understand.
Dealing with human being is very crazy.
But
Dealing with women is crazy. So this other one is they're not just men.
yeah.
Now a girl.
Wow.
Ha. And funny enough, I told her before she gave me the money that
Don't you explain risk to them that
I explained it to see, funny enough, she gave me 1 million naira.
okay.
Right? And I told her that this account management, that if the money, if it doesn't go well, I'll give you 50% of your capital. And she accepted. As a matter of fact, the proof and everything is still in my chat, because this phone has been with me since then. So she accepted. So I lost that money, and immediately I still had money with me.
Yeah.
And funny enough, then I had like 750K with me. I paid her $500 immediately.
Yeah.
And this guy no grew. we had an agreement. She no agree. She said I lost the money. I said this is the account now. So the account money. I show her proof. She no dey hear anything. She took me back again to station. I explained to police. Hey sir, read this thing.
Look at
Read this thing. We had the conversation, voice note, normal chat, everything is on this. In fact, as a matter, when I realized she was stressing me too much, I had to screenshot and screen record the conversation and everything and send it to my babe, just in case she might decide to delete it, or maybe anybody collect my phone, but I will know that my babe will have it. So this guy no grow, and we got to station too. Instead of them to do their normal stuff, they were saying, how will I expect a lady to leave 500K for you? That was what they were saying. Like, I have to pay it. She stressed my life.
Wow.
She even stressed me more than when I was in 30 million debt.
Wow.
Like, I went home later to meet my parents. This girl called me that, hello, that they want to see me in the police station in Ibadan. I said, how did I get to Ibadan for Ife again? She left Ife, feel like they were not doing enough. She reported me to Ibadan. It was not new. So I cannot collect money from any woman. She really stressed my life. So during that period, I think I started learning again. You know, like I said, that was my first breakthrough. But later on, I lost like 100K. I lost like $10,000. Then before I met her, then I lost her money again. So her money and few money was now what was on my neck. Then it was not really much. So when I started trading it, then since I've paid everyone, I can start posting online.
Yeah. So you went to unblock everybody.
I went to unblock everybody. I said, freedom, you can enjoy my content. And funny enough, some of those
He messaged you back.
I swear to God, they trusted me. I swear, there was one guy that initially met, although she didn't actually stress me during the whole process.
Yeah.
All he does was, low boss, when are we going to get that money? And when I just tell him that this particular time I'm working on it, say, okay, I trust you. He didn't stress me. After I paid everyone, few of them came back again, asked me that, am I still doing investments? I was shocked, like,
what was it?
I said, no, I'm not into investment. At that point, I already drew up investment. So the only thing I was into was account management.
It's just with an individual.
Exactly.
Start to manage.
Exactly. Account management. I know that it's really my skill set. And the fact that we always have agreement that it's 50-50.
Yeah.
50% of this, 50%. And that period, I was making money. Like, I can say the model I was using was a profitable one.
Yeah.
I didn't just realize more that I needed to work more on it. You understand? You can develop a model now, and for like 1 month, you keep making money consistently. Not that you're not making loss, but you are consistent with it. But having that in the back of your mind that this model is enough for you will make you stop working.
Yeah.
You just leave it. And meanwhile, if that model is good in some market condition, you will make money. But once market condition changes, then you start seeing that something else is happening. So that was what was happening to me that period. So before I knew it, I had money then. And there's one thing about money. Once you get money, once you start seeing some big amount of money, to now still see money now will be more easier for you. It will look like that is actually your bare minimum.
Yes.
For example, I've seen like 30 million, I've seen 20 million naira. So to get like 1 million or 500k, it will be easy, become easy for me. Yeah. So I started trading then. So I work on my model, right? And before I even became good like that, what actually changed me again, changed my mentality about trading was ICT video. There was one video ICT did. I think it did, was it 100k to $1 million?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
So I watched the videos.
He recorded every trade that it took.
Yes, I watched the videos, how he traded, he closed position. The video was available in one group then. Then I realized that I don't actually take partial due to the fact that I'm always a swing trader. Yeah. So I'm always waiting for the market to deliver. So when I watched ICT video, and I realized that even at 5, 10 pips, 15 pips, ICT take partials.
Yeah, just in case.
I swear, I'm not like, this is the person I even learned from. See the way he's actually trading. If I still want to, I think he's very good at scalping. Yeah. Do you understand? So 10 pips, ICT already took partial. 20 pips, close all, so stuff like that.
Even if the trade doesn't go well, he has made money from that.
He had made money. So from there, and that's like, wow. So I can actually be trading like this. So I think that was when I now experienced another breakthrough. That was the missing piece in my trading model or strategy that I was using then.
Yeah.
It's just partial. Then when I started taking partial, I started making money again. Wow. So that was my second breakthrough in Forex. So when I started taking partial, I started making money. So when I take trade, 10 pips, I already take something off.
Yeah.
So even if the trade will go against me, it's more or less I might break even. So and if it will go, I will still make money in the end. But one thing I feel I felt is that my model was very, very good. You understand? That model is a very,
even at that self, someone will still not allow grade to set in, because there are sometimes when you take partials at early pips, maybe 15 pips or 10 pips, and the market later delivers, let's say 70, 100, and that happens like maybe 5, 6 or 10 times in a row. You start thinking that maybe I should start leaving this.
I don't know why.
I have to be consistent with a particular discipline.
You have to be consistent with it. And the fact that video, I saw that video from ICT. I knew this was ICT's video, like the trade, the breakdown, everything, and I was studying his concept.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Definitely, there's nothing anybody can tell me. I'm going to follow what he was doing.
Yeah.
So I focused on that partial stuff, and I was making money again. So that was my second breakthrough, obviously. So from there, I think I was able to pay that girl. I was able to pay her money to like 800k. But that 200k, I said I was not going to give her.
That has to be part of the loss.
Like, this is cheat. I was talking to myself, this is actually cheat. I didn't collect your money and spend it. Yeah. This was an account management, and we had an agreement. This is it, 50%. I lost the money. I sent you 500k immediately, but he insists that he wants to collect all the 100%. So I had the money at one point. I didn't send it. I said no. At least you yourself chop this 200k. Chop
so she now disturbing you after then again after playing?
At some period, she stopped disturbing me. As a matter of fact, we were friends at one time when I started going to the gym. I just think, how are you? Hi, skinny girl. You understand? So that one don't go. So it was now that second period that I had breakthrough. That was taking partials was when I experienced my second breakthrough.
Yeah.
So later I was making money. Then I was now outside. This thing I'm saying is like more than 1 year stuff.
Yeah.
So I was outside in that particular period. I was outside. I already came back to Instagram because I stopped Instagramming for like a year plus. So after I paid the debt, I reactivated my account. Then I came online and started posting back to back again. So I made a lot of money during that period, trading that concept. So at one point again, I started making losses. And at that point, I was very, very smart that once I start making losses, I will just stop.
Yeah, try to figure out.
Yes, I will stop. I might stop for like 2-3 weeks and not even trade again. Because I realized that every single time I make losses and I try to recover, I'm always losing everything.
Yeah.
So the first time, the second time. So the third time, even till now, once I experience like 2 to 3 losses in a row, I'll first relax. I won't even stress myself. So that was after that, my second breakthrough that was taking partials. So my final breakthrough was now, at one point I was making losses too. Do you understand? I've already developed the model that I was using that period. So I was making losses. So what happened? I don't know. So, and I usually journal. So like if you remember, I said then, even when I started, I do my analysis and send it to the group and check. So I was used to doing that normally. So once I take a trade, I always send to that group. Always, I don't used to check it. So when I started taking losses, I went to that group to go and check. So then I later realized that the mistake I made was my model is something that is actually good in a trending environment. So once markets start consolidating, my model will not work.
Okay.
So I have to amend and do some few adjustments. I started using the model.
Okay.
So that was like my final breakthrough, and the model is what I've been using till now.
Oh, what an amazing journey you shared there. So that brings me back to the center of discussion that I actually want us to talk about today, which is the importance of a trading system, or what trading system is for a trader, and how to develop a good trading system that will make you profitable and consistently profitable.
Yeah. So basically, we need to realize that the forex market is very big. Do you understand? And we can only control things within our own environment. Let me paint a picture of what I'm trying to say now. Someone who actually lives in Lagos, we know so many things about Lagos. If you want to go to island, you know where to follow.
Yeah.
If you want to go to mainland, you know where to follow. If you want to go this, he knows everything. Compared to someone who actually come to Lagos, leave Lagos, go to another state,
Yeah.
go to Osun State, that person will only have few knowledge about each state compared to someone who actually stays in Lagos.
Yeah.
So if you bring that to trading is big. So because it's big, there's concepts.
So many concepts.
The support and resistance, supply and demand,
SMC,
ICT, SMC, and all of those stuff. So those are the things that actually divided trading into many branches. Do you understand? So now you have that concept. That concept already divide trading. Trading is big already.
Yeah.
So you are trading supply and demand.
Yeah.
The only thing you are looking at is supply and demand. Yeah. So that is your area. So someone that is actually trading support and resistance, that is your area. It's more like that you are having a particular area you can control.
Yeah.
So you that you're actually trading ICT, that is your area. You have your own particular area you can control too. Compared to someone who does not have any concept at all. Yeah, all you do is if you see supply and you trade it, ICT, trade it, support and resistance, trade it. You can't make it because you won't actually have the right details about those concepts.
Knowledge. Yeah.
Do you understand it? So after that, now when you have a particular concept, now inside that concept too, those concepts are still very big.
Yeah.
Supply and demand is big on its own. ICT concept is big. Every other concept, they are big on their own too. So all you need to do is you always make sure that you reduce that space to what you can control.
Yeah.
And that is where trading model comes in. So inside that supply and demand now, there are many models inside supply and demand. There are many things you can get. So when you now break that down, you get a model for supply and demand. Inside supply and demand is where you have inducement and many other stuff. So for someone who is actually trading inducements, Forex is big, you've caught it. Supply and demand is big, you've caught it. Now you are trading inside supply and demand a portion. So once it is inducement that you're actually trading, definitely everything surrounding inducement is what you will focus on. And once you are able to understand everything about inducement, you'll be able to control anything relating to that particular thing. So that is the importance of trading model. So
and the more you streamline a concept, the simpler it gets.
So that is why most people usually complain that most ICT students are not profitable. I understand where they are coming from, because out of all those courses, ICT concept is like more bigger, broader than others. So people trade ICT concept like it is a model. Do you understand? ICT concept, just like I said, supply and demand. Now inside supply and demand, you have inducement. But people now take ICT concept as like a model,
whereas it's big on its
own. It is big on its own. You just need a portion. So people start trading ICT and it still is big. Definitely you will still be taking losses. So once you get to a point that you understand the concept of model and you understand what model is, you will be able to pick a portion in anywhere, in any concept, and you put yourself in that particular portion. Anything that is surrounding that particular concept is all you are interested in. So if you pick a trading model like, okay, I want to be trading a breaker block, but a breaker block with this story, that is enough for you. So anything that is happening, even if it is ICT concept that people are seeing fair value gap and they are using fair value gap to trade, it is none of your business.
As long as it doesn't meet your own criteria,
it's none of your business. So if people are using fair value gap, go into fair value gap, study fair value gap, and get a model from fair value gap alone. You are okay. So order block, breaker block, mitigation block is none of your business. So it is that thing that you can control. And if you are trading just fair value gap is not true. Everybody knows what fair value gap is. There's no type of fair value gap. Fair value gap is fair value gap. So if you can study fair value gap on its own, definitely you will bring something out of fair value gap that will be okay for you for life. So that was what I did. So I discovered the model and I started using it. And I already have this belief that trading is not something that is easy. Do you understand? You don't just wake up in a day, carry your phone on your bed, press one or two things, and you're already making 20 million. And you feel like to be in that position would be easy.
It can't be easy.
Think about it now. If it's going to be that easy, then everybody should be involved in trading. So for something that have high reward like that, you don't think like you need to work to get that kind of stuff. So I have that mentality already. So sometimes when I take loss, I'll just accept it as it's part of it. I don't expect to be making a lot of money without taking losses.
Definitely.
That I might decide I might not open my system. I might just check my phone. Maybe the model has been forming already. All I just need to a few conversations I can see on my phone. And once I see, I place it. And before you know it, I made 2K. Soft. But to get to that point, it's not that easy. Because even if I can tell you that you need a trading model, right? That is something that you always look out for. It may be in form of a pattern. It may be a story. It might be fundamental. It might be anything. That's your edge. That doesn't mean that once you have that trading model, you're already a profitable trader. It doesn't work that way. You still need to work.
Now, let's get right into that particular place. You know, we talked about how complex Forex can be, that there are so many models or so many systems that people can trade, right? And all these systems, once an individual, you know, gets a particular system he or she wants to trade, you still need to develop that system to a level where you can actually trust it. Now, what are those step-by-step process or things that a trader needs to do to build trust in his trading system to the extent where that trading system can be profitable for him? What are those steps they need to do? Like, what were those things that you did step by step that made you say, oh, I can believe this my trading model
Yeah.
that I want to be using.
I think I love that question. The fact that you included trust in your model. Like, how can you actually develop that trust? Because that's the mistake most people make. When they talk about trading model, strategy and stuff, they always talk about strategy, psychology. But those two things are not really the problem. The problem is building trust on a model. I can give you a model that works perfectly for me, but giving it to you, maybe few traits, you will lose interest.
Definitely.
Did you understand? So it's something that happened. So building trust is really every trader's problem. Do you understand? And I feel like that is one thing we need to fight for.
Yeah.
And I used to tell people that when somebody gives you a model, for example, I have a model that is working for me, and I can categorically tell you that this model is 70%, has 70 to 75% win rate.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm giving you that same model, immediately I'm explaining, I'm giving you the model. For you, the model is like 40%.
Definitely.
So you will be the one to work your way out to level it to 50, 60, 70, because it's with all those things comes with experience along with that model.
Yeah.
And as long as it's just a little space out of Forex, so the experience you have will still surround that particular model,
space.
so you will learn from it. So when you have a model, how I did my thing is, I think the most important thing is journaling, right? So when you have a trading model, after you've developed a model, okay, this is how I actually want to be trading. Now you are left to building trust
in the model,
in that model, and which is the most important thing. There are various ways of doing it, and I feel the most important way, the famous one, is actually journaling.
Okay.
So each time you open my own way of journaling is, I open a Telegram channel or Telegram group, but I am the only one in that group.
Okay.
So once I see my model and I take it, I send it to that particular group. Everything that happens before and after the model, I send it to that group. And one thing I used to do is, I believe that people, there's no how you talk about trading that you exclude emotions. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
So I always believe that these things are normal things. So I always leave room for that. Yeah. So whenever I feel like my emotion got into me, I did stuff that I'm not supposed to do. Take note too, regardless whether my decision at that time makes me profit or makes me losses, I'm not going to include it in that particular group that I created for my journaling. So for example, if I go against my rule and I make money from it, I accept that I make that money, but I'm not adding it to that group.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I make losses too, I accept that I make losses, or I blew an account, but I'm not adding it to that group. So the only trades I'm adding to that group are trades that actually go with my model 100%.
Yeah. Like everything aligned.
Everything aligned. I don't care if I will only see it 2 times in a month. It's that 2 times that will be in that group. That period, it does not mean that I'm not making losses. Though. I'm making losses, but at the same time, I'm trying to filter some things.
Yeah.
So I'm removing the ones that actually go well with my model and putting them aside. So at the end of the day, maybe after 2-3 months, I might realize that my account size is not increasing. I'm still not a profitable trader.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm a profitable trader. If I go to that group and check all the trades I was supposed to take, if I was doing my model, that align perfectly, I will be a profitable trader. I might even be like 20% up my capital. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that was how I started building trust in model, in my system. So when I take trades, I put them in one group. When I see that my emotion comes, I will not do that. So by the time you see that you've done that several times, and you see that every time you obey your model, you will always be in profit. That will change your psychology. That even if you want to misbehave or your emotion want to come, you will talk to yourself like, I don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Because definitely I just need few of my models to come, and I will definitely be in profit. So this decision I want to make is not okay for me, because at the end of the day, it will still spoil everything. My account will not increase. So then I started following my model. Maybe, let me say, maybe like 60%. I might break it. See, before I know it, up to 70%. But I keep doing what? Journaling.
Yeah.
Then I always check, and I'll see that I don't think there's one time I finished checking my journal, and I realized that even if I continue trading my model, I will make a loss, or I will be on drawdown, or it's always in profit.
It's always in profit.
Always in profit. If I check everything, it's always in profit. So then, I have strong feelings for that model. And me personally, I'm actually a very disciplined person. If I want to do something, I will definitely do it. Do you understand it? So I'm very consistent and I'm very, very disciplined. Not even in Forex, in everything about my life, definitely. Even in schools, I'm someone that goes to class early. I don't late. My books are always up to date. Do you understand? Even my hair, people do ask me, how do you do this 360? I'm like, this thing is not something a random person can do. If you are not disciplined, you can't. Imagine I tell you that I'm spending 30 minutes in my hair every day. You'll be like, well, just your hair? That can't. There are many people that have tried it, but they can't do it.
They can't keep it up.
They can't keep it up. Do you understand? But I'm a I'm person that is disciplined. So when I say this is what I want to do, I will do it. The only problem is that there's no way your emotion will still not come. But the fact that you are very rigid with your decision, it will make it more easier for you to tackle. Do you understand? So that was what helped me. I was able to follow my model, and I keep getting trust that this thing is working. I check my capital, it's not increasing. But I check what I was supposed to do rightly, it's increasing. You've seen it the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Then definitely the next time, you yourself will be like, okay, let me even make sure that
strictly
this time around, and you do it, and boom, you are in profit. The confidence will come immediately that, wow, you try it again, and you see that you are in profit again. You will just get that confidence will just come from nowhere, but you have actually been working. But most people, they cannot go through that. Most people are not disciplined enough to do that. So when they see that they start making losses, too much profit, the emotion come. Too much losses, they feel like this thing is not working. It's not. I'm someone that I already believe. I have listened to ICT talk, and I believe that trading model is the only way you can make it in Forex.
And you know that having a system that you can actually trust will play a major role in dealing with your emotions.
Yeah.
You get scared unnecessarily if you don't have a trusted system. You know, you will not have the ability to wait for a trade if you don't even trust that trade will profit. And you will be your grade will also be affected, right? If you don't have a system you can trust.
Yeah.
Once you have a trusted system, the effect of emotions in your trading will be very, very minimal.
Yeah.
And that is what most people don't know in trading, that you have to develop something, then build trust in it, and it will just make your trading become, bliss, like you said, yeah.
And I feel like I wanted to talk about it too. People, you see the analogy that in trading, 80% is psychology, and 20% is trading strategy.
Yeah.
To me, it's not that analogy. I don't know where they get it from, but it's totally wrong to me, because a psychology without a model will not make you profitable.
Definitely.
So I always believe that both, actually, I can give them 50-50. As a matter of fact, I can rate trading model more than psychology, because if you have a trading model, your psychology will fall in places, just like what I've explained now. You got to a point, I was not thinking about the psychology aspect again. What I was just thinking is, I just want to obey my model.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, that was working for psychology on its own, because psychology is the emotion, and I was able to develop trust in my model that do or counter that emotion. Your psychology will actually fall in place when you actually follow your trading model. Do you understand? Your trading model, the reason why that will happen is because you already gain confidence in that your particular model, that you are not doing anything aside it. Yeah. And the reason why people talk about psychology is because of emotion. That is doing something outside your model. Yeah. So that is psychology. So if you are not doing something outside your emotion, outside your trading model, then your emotion will find nowhere. There won't be place to even place it.
Yeah.
But so that's why people talking about psychology, that psychology is 90% or 80% and model is 20%.
And most of all those things is even perspective.
It's perspective. That's why I said to their own. No, I will not come to say and start arguing. But me, I just have my own perspective because I know that it's not. That's not the main thing.
All right. So as we begin to round up, there is something that I actually want to ask. During the course of when you were talking about how you learned about Forex, I noticed that you actually didn't really have a mentor. No. You were just studying on your own.
Yeah.
Did you think that had a negative impact on you? What can you say about mentorship with respect to today's traders? Because I know you actually mentor people, and then you were not mentored by anybody. You were just trying to figure things out by yourself. What is the role of mentorship? Briefly.
Okay, let me explain something to you. I don't have a mentor.
Yeah.
But the people that surround me, they are the one bringing everything I actually need. I have someone that all he does, once he finds a strategy or a model interesting that really likes it, he will pay for it. But guess what? He will bring it to me.
Okay.
So I'll be the one to study it and still later teach.
Okay.
So I'm someone that he actually has money. So I can even count the number of courses that he paid for. That was the one later digested. So it's more or less like I have a mentor, but not that I'm actually the one that went for the mentor. Okay. Do you understand?
So that means you cannot advise any trader to do it by their own self. If you can get a mentor.
During that our period, it was still way better. But now, I don't think you can make it without a mentor. Because there are so many things online now. During that period that we started trading Forex, only few people know about Forex trading. So even if you meet someone, they will give you what you want. But now that Forex is everywhere, there are many advices, many mentors, many everything. So I believe that you need somebody that you believe that this person has experience and can handle you. Then you give yourself to that person. When someone comes for my mentorship, the first thing I'm always asking, forget about the mentorship. We are now guy. Tell me your problem. What is your problem? That's the first question I usually ask them. They explain your problem for me so I will know how to handle you. Simple. So once you explain this is the aspect that you are lacking, I will give you a solution to it. I don't think there's anything you want to go through now that I've not been through before.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So people that started learning Forex now, they're just very lucky. We've passed through it during our period. So you actually need a mentor with the current state of market
of things I have online that you need somebody to actually follow.
Do you understand? Somebody to show you the exact way. There are many noise.
And one thing about having a mentor also, it also reduces the time you would have taken to understand some things. Because they will share their experiences with you, and also they will be direct to the knowledge that they are teaching you. Because you coming to a mentor, the mentor has a particular system he's trading. So if we teach you in line with that system, and your understanding will actually be quicker.
Yeah, exactly. That is actually what I do for most of my students. After the class, and I give them model and start trading. What I ask them to do is they open that same Telegram group that I open one for yourself, open one for both of us.
I'll be dropping the trades there.
I will be reviewing it, and the one you have for yourself will be the one that I won't even talk at all. You just know if you are deceiving yourself there. Do you understand? But this particular one, put your trade, and I will always check it. So even if you come back to me and say you are not profitable, I will take you back to the group. I'll say, okay, with what you explained to me about your model, this one is right, this one is right. And when I pick the one that you actually follow correctly, you will see that you are a profitable trader. Do you understand? So that journaling is very, very important. Like I said, before I experienced my last breakthrough, that was what happened. If I was not journaling, I would not know that it is actually trading environment, market sentiment that actually changed during that period. My trading model is very okay for a trading market. That is why I usually swing. So it's very okay for trading. So the moment the market change and start consolidating, it will not work. I will be making losses back to back until I now review it and I was able to balance everything up. Do you understand? So that is one of the things I would advise people to pay attention to. Journaling is very important.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing time, of knowledge shared and of experience shared, by LPT, and we are so very glad to have him And I also want to believe that from this particular episode, you've been able to, learn a lot, and you've been able to know what to do next. If you are currently not profitable, you know that the foreign exchange market is very vast, and you need to, specify where you want to go or what you want to learn. And after choosing that, you will now need to develop trust in your system. And how to properly do that is to ensure that you journal, and try as much as possible to follow everything that you have journaled. Try to learn from it, try to be disciplined, and eventually your trading is actually going to greatly, improve. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this particular episode. But before we go, I just want one last word of advice from LPT to you guys.
So, one thing I'll advise every one of us who are actually into Forex is there's no need to actually give up. Do you understand? If you are going to give up, why did you start in the first place? So all you need to do is make sure you have a mentor and be consistent. Show up every day. If you take losses, it does not mean you should not trade again. Those losses, they are like the price you are paying for your profitability. Do you understand? So be consistent, show up every day, and make sure you are doing the right thing. And the only right thing you should be doing is trade a model and stay consistent with one model. Few pairs too, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. It's okay. And I wish you all good luck. Actually.
All right, the Liquidity Pool Trader, thank you so much for honoring my invitation. I'm very glad that you came. And thanks also for the words of advice and the wisdom you shared to the community. And may God continue to bless you.
Welcome. I'm privileged to be here, actually. Thank you for inviting me.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually come to the end of these amazing episodes. Like I said earlier, I believe that you have actually learned 1 or 2 things that you can implement in your trading to improve your profitability. And do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification to always get post first time when we release them. And do not also forget to engage this content, share it to the community so that larger people can actually get access to it. Thank you very much. I'm Mr. PickFX. See you in the next episode.